Very good morning, students. Today we continue our lecture with the same chapter, that is sequence and series. And the topic is the example of the geometric series and telescoping series. So let's start with the geometric series. So anyone know about the conclusion of the result of the geometric series which we learned in yesterday's lecture? When geometric series is convergent, when divergent, and when oscillatory. Please raise your hand, or you can answer in chat box also. When our geometric series is convergent, yes, Kevin, your first answer for the convergence is perfectly right. Yes, Umesh, Vidhi, Parmit, Dhruv Bhavsar. Dhruv Bhavsar, your answer is partially right. See, some of the students have given, 12 to 15 students have given the answer in the chat box. So, happy for your answer. Maybe it is perfect right or partially right. See, for the geometric series, number one, if mod r, if mod r is less than 1, then the series is convergent. Number two, if r greater than or equal to 1, then the geometric series is divergent. And the third one, if r is less than or equal to -1, then the given geometric series is oscillatory, right? So please keep in mind, everyone, this is these are the rules for the geometric series only, right? So, and this R is what? R is the ratio between two concentric terms. Okay. So, let's start the example of the geometric series. My first question is, prove that 1 plus 2 by 3 plus 4 by 9 plus 8 by 27 plus 16 by 81 plus up to so on converges and find its sum. Students, in the exam, you didn't given that the given series is geometric. You have to uh, check the given series or is geometric or not. And for that, for the given example, yes, Hitarth, you are right. And for that, for the given example or for the given series, you have to check the ratio between two terms. Here, the ratio between second term and first term. What is the ratio? The second term is 2 by 3. 2 by 3 upon 1. So ratio is 2 by 3. Then the ratio between third term and second term, that is 4 by 9 upon 2 by 3. So 4 by 9 upon 2 by 3. So after simplification, I have here 4 by 9 and this is 2 by 3. So here 3, 3s are 9 and 2 2s are 4. So again ratio is 2 by 3. Similarly, the ratio between the fourth term and third term, if you can simplify, that is also 2 by 3. So you have to check either the ratio is equal or not. If for your given series ratio between two concentric terms are equal, then your given series is geometric series. Okay, so here we have to check this in rough page. Okay, no need to write this all in your fair work. You have to directly write in the solution that the given series is geometric series with A. A is your first term. What is your first term? A is 1 and R is the ratio. What is R? R is 2 by 3. Okay, it means our given geometric series, that is 1 plus 2 by 3 plus 4 by 9 plus 8 by 27 plus up to so on, can represent in the form of summation n1 to infinity a r raised to n minus 1, and that is summation n 1 to infinity. Here a is 1, so no need to write here 1, and the r is 2 by 3 raised to n minus 1. Now mod r, that is 2 by 3, which is less than 1, and as per the rule, if the mod r, see, as per the rule, if mod r is less than 1, the given series is convergent. Okay, so we can directly write from the mod r is less than 1, hence the series is convergent. Okay, now we have to prove that the given series is converges, and yes, it is done. We want to find its sum, and as the given series is convergent, here Sn is Sn, as the given series is convergent, Sn is A upon 1 minus R. So 1 upon A is 1, 1 minus 2 by 3. So this is 1 upon 3 minus 2 whole by 3, which we will put in the numerator. So our final answer is 3. Okay, so any doubts, students? Yes, very good. Many students have given answer in the check box that Sn is 3. Very good. So anyone have any doubt about this example? Okay. So let's move with one more example. Okay. That is test. Another example is test the convergence of the series 5 minus 10 by 3 plus 20 by 9 minus 40 by 27 plus up to so on. Okay, so first you have to check that is your given series is geometric or not, and for that in rough page you have to find the ratio between two concentric terms, that is minus 10 by 3 upon 5. So after simplification here minus 10 by 3 into 1 by 5. So that is minus 2 by 3, right? For the third ratio between the third term and second term, that is 20 by 9 upon minus 10 by 3. So here 20 by 9 into minus 3 upon 10. So here 10 twos are 20 and 3 threes are 9. So that is again minus 2 by 3. And if you check between the third term, fourth term and second term, then it will again minus 2 by 3. Yes, very good. Many students have given answer about the ratio, that is here, as the ratio are same for these two concentric terms, we can directly write here the given series is geometric series with A. A is your first term. What is A? Your first term is 5. And R, that is the ratio between two concentric terms, that is minus 2 by 3. Okay. So 5 minus 10 by 3 plus 20 by 9 minus 40 by 27 plus up to so on, we represent in the form of summation n1 to infinity a r raised to n minus 1. And here, what is our A? A is 5. R is minus 2 by 3 raised to n minus 1. And what is our mode R? Mode R, that is minus mode of minus 2 by 3, which is 2 by 3, which is less than 1. And as per the rule, here mode R is less than 1. Hence, the series is convergent. Okay. Now, if we want to find the sum of the series Sn, and as the series is convergent, what is Sn? That is A upon 1 minus R. So the value of A is 5, 1 minus, what is the value of R? Value of R is minus 2 by 3. Okay, so now I am going to unmute Krish Patel, roll number 70. Krish, I am going to unmute you. Please answer me the simplification of this term. Krish, roll number 70. Roll number 70. Krish, are you there? Please simplify this term. Okay. Roll number 66, Neil Jani. I am going to unmute you. Answer me for this.
3.
3. How? Here 5 upon 1 plus 2 by 3. Then
Minus plus 2.
so here
3 plus 2 upon 3.
3
5 upon
2 upon 3. So
5.
that 3 will represent in the numerator. So 5 into 3 upon 5. Okay. So you are right. The Sn is 3. Very good. Thank you. Now, let's take one more example. Students, if you have any doubt, let me know in the chat box. If you have any doubt, let me know in the chat box. Okay. So we'll move with one more example. That is, let S is equal to summation n1 to infinity n alpha raised to n, where mode alpha is less than 1. Find the value of alpha in the bracket 0, 1 such that S is equal to 2 alpha. Okay, so this is our given example. Now the solution. See, let's start with the alpha. Here, what is our S? S is the summation, that is the series, but in the summation form, and that series is n alpha raised to n, where n running from 1 to infinity. And this alpha, mode alpha, is less than 1. Now we want to find the value of alpha which lies between 0 to 1, and the condition is S is equal to 2 alpha. Okay, so here let's start with the S. What is our S? S is summation n 1 to infinity n alpha raised to n. So by putting n 1, 2, 3 up to infinity, if we put here 1, then alpha 1 into alpha raised to 1, so that is just alpha. Then if we put here 2, then 2 alpha square. By putting 3 alpha cube, like that, right? Up to so on, as we have to go up to infinity. Now, we want alpha into s. Okay, I am multiplying alpha both the side. So this one convert into the alpha square. This is 2 alpha cube. This one is 3 alpha raised to 4 up to so that. I am multiplying alpha both the side. Now, this is equation 1 and this one is equation 2. So subtracting equation 2 from equation 1. So I am subtracting equation 2 from equation 1. So subtracting left hand side, that is s minus alpha s. And here right hand side, that is alpha plus 2 alpha square plus 3 alpha cube plus up to so on, minus alpha square plus 2 alpha cube plus 3 alpha raised to 4 up to so on, right? So if I get s common from the left hand side, then the remaining term is what? 1 minus alpha. And after simplifying, if I keep bracket out, okay, after simplifying, here alpha keep the same. This is 2 alpha square and this one is minus alpha square. So 2 alpha square minus alpha square. So we have just alpha square. Similarly, 3 alpha cube and this one is 2 alpha cube. Plus minus is minus. So 3 alpha cube minus 2 alpha cube. So that is just alpha cube. Similarly, after the next term, we have just alpha raised to 4 like that and up to so on. So this is S1 minus alpha and right hand side is alpha plus alpha square plus alpha cube plus alpha raised to 4 plus up to so on. So if you know, if we want to represent this one as, see, in the summation form. So this is what? This is again geometric series, students. So ratio between two concentric terms are same. Agree? See here alpha square upon alpha, that is what? And here alpha cube upon alpha square, that is again alpha. Alpha raised to 4 upon alpha cube, that is again alpha. So sum of this geometric series, that is what? Here alpha plus alpha square plus alpha cube plus alpha raised to 4. So if I want to represent Sn, then that is A upon 1 minus R. Here A is what? Alpha. R is what? R is the ratio and ratio is again alpha, right? So sum of this geometric series, that is alpha upon 1 minus alpha. So I am directly substitute this value in the right hand side. Left hand side keep it same, that is s 1 minus alpha and my right hand side is alpha upon 1 minus alpha. This is from the summation of the geometric series, right? And here alpha is less than 1, right? Mode alpha is less than 1. So S is what? Alpha upon, this is 1 minus alpha, this is again 1 minus alpha. So 1 minus alpha whole square. Now we have given that. What is S? See, this is our condition. S is 2 alpha. So if I keep S is equal to 2 alpha in the left hand side, then this is 2 alpha, this one is alpha, here 1 minus alpha whole square. Okay, so after simplification, here 1 minus alpha whole square, left hand side, alpha upon 2 alpha. So this both alpha will be cancelled out. So here 1 minus alpha square that is just 1/2, right? Now, by taking square root both the side, 1 minus alpha, that is 1 upon root 2. So what is the value of alpha? Alpha is 1 minus 1 upon root 2, and that is 0.2929. So this is the value of alpha, which is lies between 0 to 1, which is lies between 0 to 1. Yes, very good. Dhruv Bhavsar, Niral Patel, Dhruti Dobaria, uh, Mahir Hitarth. See, these students are always give answer in the chat box, but some students are still not active. I'm observing that some students are not active. What is the reason? If you have any doubt, please let me ask in the chat box. I expect response from all of you, not from the sum of the students. Okay, so if you have any doubt about the example of the geometric series, let me know in the chat box. Otherwise, we'll move for the next series, that is telescoping series. Okay, so telescoping series is see a telescoping series is a series in which nth term, nth, nth partial sum, nth partial sum, that is Sn, which we can say sum of n terms, sum of first n terms can be represented. See, this is very important. Okay, please try to understand. Can be represented in such a manner that almost each term cancels with a preceding or following term, except fixed number of terms. Okay, except fixed number of terms. So try to understand what is telescoping series. A telescoping series is a series in which nth partial sum, Sn, that is the sum of first n terms. This Sn can be represented in such a manner that almost each term cancels with preceding or following term except fixed number of terms. That type of series is known as telescoping series. See, let I give you one example of telescoping series. That is, suppose I have a series like 1 upon n square plus 4n plus 3, where summation n 1 to infinity. Okay, suppose I have given this type of example. So I represent this series in the form of what? That is summation n 1 to infinity. Here the factor of this n square plus 4n plus 3 is what? 1 upon n plus 1 and n plus 3. Okay, both are same. Here n square plus 4n plus 3 we represent the factor form, that is n plus 1 into n plus 3. Now summation n 1 to infinity if I represent in the form of 1 upon n plus 1, see carefully, minus 1 upon n plus 3, and if I put here 1 by 2, then also both are same. See, let's check. After taking LCM, here n plus 3 minus n minus 1 upon n plus 1 into n plus 3, right? So this both n will be cancelled out. Here 3 minus 1 is 2. So I putting here 1 by 2. So both 2 will be cancelled. So the remaining term is what? 1 upon n plus 1 into n plus 3. Okay. So both are same. So we represent 1 upon n square plus 4n plus 3 in the factor form, that is 1 upon n plus 1 into n plus 3, and represent this into these two different terms. Now, see carefully. If I put n equal to 1, 2, 3 up to so on here, so 1 half, keep it the same. By putting n equal to 1, what I have first, what my first term will be 1 half minus 1/3. By putting n equal to 2, 1/3 here, 1/3 minus 1 by 4. This one is 1 by 4 minus 1 by 5, like that. Up to what? Up to 1 upon n plus 1 minus 1 upon n plus 3. See, student, carefully. See, this is minus 1 by 3 plus 1 by 3. Both will be cancelled out. Minus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 4. Minus 1 by 5 up to what? Up to the previous term, that is 1 upon n and n plus 2. All will be cancelled out. Just first and the last term will be remain. So this type of series is known as telescoping series, that most of the terms will be cancelled out. Just fixed number term will remain, keep it the same. Okay, so let's start some example for the better understanding. That is, suppose you have given a question that test the convergence of the series 1 upon 1 into 2 plus, this is not 12, 1 into 2, 1 upon 2 into 3 plus 1 upon 3 into 4 plus up to so on. This is your given series. You have to check the convergence of the given series. Okay, so it is clearly, you can check that the given series is not a geometric series, because it is clearly shown that the ratio between two terms, concentric terms, are not equal here, right? So you have to start your solution. You have to start just a minute, please. Roll number 52, Devanshi. You didn't get the concept of telescoping series. No problem, Devanshi. Once I complete this example, I explain you again, right? I think by explaining this example, you get the concept. Okay. Suppose you have given this type of series, right? At that time, what is your, for the solution, what is your nth term? What is your nth term? N means in general term. So that is un. Un means nth term. By this series, you directly write your nth term is 1 upon n into n plus 1. Okay. See, this is your first term, this one is your second term, this third term. So up to, what is your un? Un means your nth term. So what is your nth term? Your nth term is n. n into n plus 1. If you put here n and n plus 1, so by taking 1 n equal to 1, you get your first term. By getting n equal to 2, you get your second term. By getting n equal to 3, you get your third term. Agree? So this is your nth term. Un means nth term. Now, I am going to represent this nth term in the form of 1 upon n minus 1 upon n plus 1. Both are same? See, let's check. If I take LCM n into n plus 1, then here n plus 1 minus n. So both will be cancelled. What is my remaining term? That is 1 upon n into n plus 1. Okay, so by simplification of this term, we get 1 upon n into n plus 1. So both are same. Agree? So this is my nth term. Okay, now I am going to write down the Sn. What is Sn? Sn is the sum of first n term. Sum of first n term. So if I put, see, this and this, both are same. So if I put n equal to 1, what is my first term? My first term is what? That is 1 half minus 1 third. If I put here 1, so sorry, this is 1 minus, if I put here n equal to 1, then what is my first term? If I put 1, that is 1 minus 1 half. Okay. Plus, if I put n equal to 2, what is my second term? 1 by 2 minus 1 third. If I put n equal to 3, what is my third term? 1 by 3 minus 1 by 4. Up to, what is my nth term? My nth term is 1 by n minus 1 upon n plus 1. Right? So, see students carefully. I repeat this sum again. This is my given series. From this series, I have write my nth term. This one is my first term, this one is my second term, this one is my third term. So I put my nth term, that is 1 upon n into n plus 1. I represent this n term in the format of these two different terms. Both are equal. Okay, this one is n term, this one is also n term. And this Sn is the sum of first n term. So if I put n equal to 1 in this one, this equation, so I get my first term. If n equal to 2, I get my second term. If n equal to 3, then I get my third term. Then n by n equal to n, then I have my nth term. So Devanshi, for you, if we represent any series like this means what? Here we can cancel out what is this previous term with the following term. Previous term with the following term. Then similarly the previous term with the following term up to what? Up to 1 upon n. So what is the remaining term? That is, the remaining term is 1 upon 1 minus 1 upon n plus 1. Okay. So if we can represent any series like this, that we cancel out the previous term with the following term, most of the term will be cancelled out, then that type of series is known as a telescopic series. Understand, Devanshi? Devanshi now got it? Okay, right. Now, see student, this is our Sn. Okay, now we are going to check the limit of Sn, that is limit n tends to infinity, Sn is equal to limit n tends to infinity. Here, 1 minus 1 upon n plus 1. See, this one. We are applying limit n tends to infinity both the side, right? So after applying limit n tends to infinity, we have, our answer is what? 1 minus 0. 1 minus 0, that is 1. So it is finite. And as our limit is finite, therefore the series summation n1 to infinity un, right, is convergent. Is convergent. Any doubt? Yes, many students have given the answer that given series is convergent. Very happy. Still, if any student have any doubt, maybe it is major or minor, please let me ask in the chat box. Don't be shy about your doubt. Okay. So let's take one more example, that is test the convergence of the series summation n 1 to infinity 1 upon n square plus 3n plus 2. Okay, so students, let's start the solution. As our see, this is our series, right? So we represent, we start with our nth term, and our nth term is 1 upon n square plus 3n plus 2. This is our nth term. So this is quadratic term. So we represent the factor of 2 by multiplication and by adding. So factors are here n plus 1 and n plus 2. Okay, n square plus 3n plus 2 represent in the factor form, that is n plus 1 into n plus 2. Now again, if I represent this one as like 1 upon n plus 1 minus 1 upon n plus 2. Let's check by simplification. Here n plus 2 minus n minus 1 upon n plus 1 into n plus 2. Okay, so both n will be cancelled out and 2 minus 1 is 1. So 1 upon n plus 1 into n plus 2. It means both are same. Agree? So, as both are same here, now we want to go with Sn. And Sn is what? First term, second term, third term, up to sum of first n term. Okay, so if I put n equal to 1 in this, then what? My first term will be 1/2 minus 1/3, right? Now, if I put n equal to 2, then this is 1/3 minus 1/4. Similarly, 1 by 4 minus 1 by 5 up to 1 upon n plus 1 minus 1 upon n plus 2. So, all terms between the first and last term will be cancelled out, and the remaining term is 1/2 minus 1 upon n plus 2, right? So now I am going to apply limit both the side. So limit n tends to infinity, Sn, that is limit n tends to infinity, 1/2 minus 1 upon n plus 2. My answer is 1/2, that is finite. It means the series is convergent. Any doubt? If you have any doubt, let me know in the chat box. Very good. Many students have given answer that they found the series is convergent. Very good. So if you have any doubt, let me know in the chat box. Today we learn about two type of example, that is the geometric series as telescopic series, right? If you have doubt, then let me know in the chat box. Otherwise, you may leave today's lecture.